All right, Shalom Akyam. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And Shalom to the elect out there, also, man, pushing out this word in truth and in sincerity. And this lesson, I'm going to jump into the topic of reincarnation. All right. And, reincarnation, is found in the Bible, man. All right. And that's something that majority of people, man, or a lot of people don't know, man. All right. And it's clearly all throughout the Bible. And the fact that this fact has been hidden is so that a wicked vibration can be pushed out here, man, and also to spread confusion about the Bible, man. Because in order to understand the Bible, you need to understand reincarnation, and yet when you understand reincarnation, you understand that you are accountable of your actions, man. All right. So without further ado, I'm gonna just go straight into it, man. All right. As this is Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 19. It says, "What say ye? Doth not the Son bear the iniquity of the Father, when the Son hath done that which is lawful and right, and hath kept all my statutes and hath done them? He shall surely live." And this is the point. All right. In verse 20, it says, "The soul that sinneth, it shall die. The Son shall not bear the iniquity of the Father, neither shall the Father bear the iniquity of the Son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him." All right, so straight up the Bible, it tells you that whoever sins, the soul that goes off and commits iniquity, that's the same soul that's gonna perish, man. All right, and then you have examples in the world where you see people who live completely wicked lives, man. Committing adultery, rape, robbing. All right, and nothing happens to them, man. Like they just keep in their wickedness. They keep living in their wickedness. All right. So how is it that they paid, man? Because right here it says that the soul that sinneth is gonna die, man. All right. But let's see what we have here in Exodus 20. It says, Exodus 20 and 5, "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I am the Lord Yahweh thy power, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me." All right, so there you go. First we read in Ezekiel, it says that the children was not going to pay for the iniquities of the father. But here in Exodus, it tells you that the children are going to pay. All right, because as a matter of fact, that father or that person that sins ends up coming back the third and fourth generation. All right, they are that same soul that sinned. All right, so there you go. That would be the only explanation to these two scriptures, man. Because as it is written, if I'm not mistaken, in Romans, it says, "Let the Most High be true, and every man a liar," man. The Lord is not an author. And then in Corinthians, it says, "The Lord is not an author of confusion." All right. So all the words of the Lord are true, man. All right, and they don't contradict each other. All right, that's why it's called a mystery, man. It's a puzzle. All right, so those two scriptures aren't a contradiction. The fact of the matter is that reincarnation is in the scriptures, and men come back in every third and fourth generation. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and continue to prove that as we move along. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. All right, it says, all right, matter of fact, before I go there, I'm going to go to Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 1, because let me read the first verse. It says, "For the ungodly said, reasoning within themselves, but not aright." All right, so Whatever comes after this is not correct reasoning. All right. It says, our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. All right. So there you go. It says, this is not correct thinking. It says, for we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirits shall vanish as the soft air. You know, and that's why nowadays reincarnation is not taught. Although it's in the Bible, they what's promoted is the YOLO spirit, that you only live once. That's why the preachers and up in these churches, they don't teach about reincarnation. Why? Because they want people to have ungodly thoughts like this, man. They want you to think that you only live once. Why? Because then they tell you to live it up. Then they tell you, oh, your life is just short. Life is short. Life is but a shadow. So live it up while you're here. Be the best that, you know, do all the folly that you want in this world, because you're going to die soon. That's what they tell you. And the people run with it, man. The people run with it, not knowing they're going to get judged, man. They're going to get destroyed. All right? This is not the only time that they're going to live, man. Because here the ungodly says when you the body will turn into ashes and the spirit shall vanish as a soft air. No, man. Let's see where the spirit actually goes. This is Ecclesiastes 12:7. It says, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was. All right. So there goes the body. All right. Goes back into the ground. It says, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it, man. All right. And that's all spirits, man. Not just, oh, if you're good, your spirit goes to heaven and you're going to be in heaven. And if you're bad, you're going to go into hell, man. All right. At the end of the day, the notion that, of hell that the world teaches is Greek mythology, man. And that's not in the Bible either, man. Okay. So, and we can prove that by going here to Job 3 and 11. All right. This also tells you that all the spirits go back to the Heavenly Father. This is Job 3 and 11. It says, why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly? All right. This is Job going through his affliction. Okay. And, you know, he was so afflicted that he was saying, like, pretty much, why wasn't I am miscarriage, man? Why wasn't I, you know, a baby that died, man? All right. It says, why, verse 12, it says, why did the knees prevent me, or why the breast that I should suck? For now should I have lain still and been quiet. I should have slept. Then had I been at rest. All right. Then would he have been dead. All right. As the old saying goes, rest in peace, man. Because he was sleeping. You know, when you die, man, you're in a state of sleep. All right. You're in a state of sleep. All right. A state of rest. All right. It says, with kings and counselors of the earth, which build desolate places for themselves, man. All right. So there, Job is saying that he's going to be amongst the kings of the earth, man. And not all kings are righteous, man. All right. Verse 15, it says, or with princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver, or as in hidden untimely birth, I had not been, as infants which never saw light. All right. There goes the miscarriage again. All right. Verse 17, it says, there the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. All right. So there you go. The wicked are there as well, man. All right. So the scriptures are clear, man. That tells you what happens after death, man. All right. Your spirit goes back to the Heavenly Father, and there the wicked and the righteous are there, but the wicked aren't troubling anymore. You know, they're not committing wickedness. They're in a state of rest. Verse 18, it says, there the prisoners rest together. they hear not the voice of the oppressor. All right, the small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master. So they're not living as we live in the earth, man. You know, we're not committing acts, man. We're in a state of rest. All right, and that's clear. All right, because as it is written in Ecclesiastes, it says there's no new thing under the sun. All right, so when we come back, it's those same spirits that have been here before. All right, using up the same elements or minerals from the earth, man. The earth just keeps reusing itself. It's changing the minerals and the elements. They just change forms, man. But it's all the same. It's all the same material, man. Just being recycled. All right. I'm gonna keep going again. It says, and going back to the point about the judgment, actually hitting both points, the judgment and the reincarnation. This is Ecclesiastes 3:19. It says, and moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. All right, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there, man. All right. And the point I bring this out is to bring out the point about the place of judgment, man. All right, because this is Solomon, King Solomon, who wrote this. All right, the preacher. All right, he said that he saw under the sun the place of judgment. All right, so where is that? Under the sun is the earth, man. The earth is under the sun, man. So in the earth, we come here to get judged, man. Okay, and I have another follow-up scripture to prove that as well, man. Okay, but there you go. That's why you have certain babies that come out and they're born blind, man, or they're born deformed, man. All right, or they're born, with a certain retardation, man. All right. Cause especially, people that have those types of people in their families, you'll have them, question the Most High, like, oh, he was a baby, he hadn't done nothing, well, why did he come out like that? What did he do? All right. Cause he had lived a previous life, man. All right. He or she had lived a previous life, man. And that's honestly the mat, like, I don't know how to explain it. That's the honestly the true sense of the condition that we're in here, man. All right, that's the only logical sense that would make sense, man. All right. Why children are born messed up, man? Why people that are wicked can live out their whole lives without getting judged, man? All right, it's a cycle, man. All right, and I'm gonna saying that, I'm gonna go to my next verse, which is in Second Esdras. No, damn, Slakia. What was it? Second Esdras 14 and 36. It says 35. It says, for after death shall the judgment come. And we just read a place under the earth. All right, I'm gonna read again. For after death, a place under the sun, Salakia, which is earth. It says, for after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. Okay, I'm going to read it again. It says, for after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, man. And that place of judgment is under the sun, which is the earth, man. When we live again, then we get judged. All right, that as it is written in Ecclesiastes, because a sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, the hearts of men is fully set in them to do evil, man. All right, because they don't get jacked up right away, but you're gonna get jacked up, man. as we read in Ezekiel 18, the soul that sinneth, it shall die, man. All right, and the Lord pays visiting the iniquity upon the children. All right, on the third and fourth generation, man. So Esau got you guys in a trick bag, man. Esau got you guys straight deceived, man. Thinking that you only have one life, man. And when I say Esau, I mean Esau Edom, the so-called white man, who pushes lies and propaganda onto the people to keep them dumb, so to manipulate them, and to keep them pushing forth their wicked queendom, man. All right. But there you go, man. Your judgment is gonna come, man. People's judgment are gonna come, man. And if this was taught, then people would consider more, and they'd fear the Heavenly Father more. But nevertheless, that, you know, this is the way it was set up to be, man. All right. But you know, and even still, though, now we're coming into the age where knowledge is gonna spring forth, and we do these lessons to edify the elect, man, so that they can get right, man. All right. But this is all things considered. Hey, man, Esau pushes that you only live once, so you can live your life as wicked as hell, because to make you think that you're only gonna live once, all right, and that you're not gonna get judged, you know. That's why a lot of Edomites claim that there's nothing after death. All right. But anyways, I'm gonna read this the verse again. It says, "For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared." Man. All right. There's, you know, wicked ass people out there in the world, man. That's why they get judged, man. That's why when shit doesn't go our way, we have to consider even ourselves. Like, damn, you know, we probably, you know, we consider the wicked things we've done in this world. Imagine all our lives past, man. That should keep us humble, you know, and keep us, you know, keep that fear in us to continue to do right, man. Even after even if we mess up, we get back up again and continue to fight, as it is written, the just man falleth 7 times, but get it back up. Alright? So, hey, man, you know, that's pretty much the point. But, you know, I got some more scriptures, you know, just to fully, you know, implement that point of reincarnation. Because if that wasn't enough, there's yet even more, because it's all throughout the scriptures, man. Alright? And from here on forward, I'm gonna give examples of people in the Bible, you know, who were actually who the Bible prophesies to be reincarnated, and also examples in the Bible of people that were reincarnated. All right. So this is Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 21. All right. It says, "And say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I will make the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more 2 nations, neither shall they be divided into 2 kingdoms anymore." Okay? So this is a future prophecy talking about how Israel is going to be united again, and they're not going to be two kingdoms anymore. Okay? And we can go real quick to 1 Kings chapter 11 and 1 to bring out the account of when they were separated. It says, "But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Sidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, Ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon claved unto these in love." All right. So this was Solomon's sin, man. He fell in love with women from the other nations, and he turned and worshiped their gods, man. All right. I'm gonna jump to verse 9, it says, and the Lord was angry with Solomon because his heart was turned from the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice, and had commanded him concerning the things that he should not go after other gods. But he kept not which the Lord commanded. All right. It says, wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes which I command thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee, and will give it to thy servant. Notwithstanding, in thy days I will not do it for David. All right, so the Lord told, I'm going to back up a little bit. The Lord told Solomon that he was going to rend the kingdom from him, all right? And he was going to give it unto his servant. It says, notwithstanding, in thy days I will not do it for David thy father's sake. So he said he wasn't going to do it in his days. It says, but I will rend it out of the hand of thy son. And his son was Rehoboam, okay? And you know, you can, for those who hey, man, you guys got to do some research too, man. And go into it. His son was Rehoboam, man. All right? It says, howbeit, I will not rend away all the kingdom, but I'll give one tribe to thy son for David, my servant's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen. All right? So the Lord let Solomon's son keep Judah. All right? And Khan. All right? And if I believe in the 7th chapter, gives the account where Jeroboam, oh no, this is the same chapter. I'm going to actually read it, verse 29. It says, when it actually happened, it says, and it came to pass at the time when Jeroboam went out of Jerusalem, that the prophet Ahijah the Shilonite found him in the way, and he had clad himself with a new garment, and they two were alone in the field. All right? And Ahijah caught the new garment that was unto him, and rent it in 12 pieces, which symbolized the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. And he said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the power of Israel, behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to thee. All right. And he shall have one tribe for my servant David's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel. All right. So there you go. There was a division. There was amongst the tribes of Israel, where Israel was pretty much cut in two. So returning back into Ezekiel, all right, this is a future prophecy that there should be no more divided into two kingdoms anymore. All right. And they were going to be one stick. Actually, if you go up to verse 16, 15, it says, the word of Yahweh came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah, and for the children of Israel his companions, and take another stick, and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions. All right. And if you actually go back to 1 Kings, in verse 28, it tells you that Solomon made Jeroboam ruler over all the charge of the house of Joseph. All right. So that's why it's this the separation that happened in Kings is pretty much being prophesied to be united again back in Ezekiel 37. All right. It says, verse 17, back in Ezekiel 37, it says, and join them one to another in one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. All right. So there you go. This is why in verse 21, verse 22, it says they should be divided. They shouldn't be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. All right. Verse 28, it says, neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions. But I will save them out of all their dwellings whither they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their God. All right. And this is the point. Verse 28. Verse 24, it says, and David, my servant, shall be king over them. All right. And they shall have one shepherd. They shall have one shepherd, man. All right. So there you go. No more two leaders. No more a king of Judah and a king of Israel, the northern kingdom. Okay, but the point of the matter is that it says that King David was going to rule over them. All right, and how would that make sense if the kingdom was divided, as we just read, during the time of Solomon, David's son? Okay, that would, if reincarnation were not true, it would not make sense, man. And as I mentioned before, the Lord is not an author of confusion. All right. Let the Most High be true and every man a liar, man. His prophecy is true, man. David will be, the leader of the united Israel, man. All right. And that's a future prophecy, man. Because if we read verse 25, it says, and they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob, my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt. And they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever. So this is talking about the kingdom of heaven. It says, and my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore, man. And this is obviously talking about the kingdom of heaven, man. It's talking about an everlasting peace, man. The only time Israel had peace was during the reign of Solomon. So this is talking about the kingdom, all right, when the Lord establishes his people Israel, man. All right. And you guys can finish off the chapter. It also proves that the heathen are going to be subjected under Israel in the kingdom, man. All right, because the heathen shall know that the Lord sanctifies Israel. All right, so there you go. King David living again, ruling Israel again after the time of Solomon, his son. That, and when Solomon was made king, King David was in his deathbed. Okay? Again, if you guys don't know the account, go and study. But this is all goes to show that King David is going to be reincarnated. He is going to be our king, man. All right? And he's going to come back, man. Reincarnation is true. It's in the Bible, man. All right? I'm going to finish off with his last few accounts about John the Baptist. This is Matthew 16 and 14. It says, and they said, some say thou art 13. Matthew 16 and 13. When Yahushua came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, whom do men say that I the Son of Man am? And they said, some say thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, and others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. Why would those be acceptable answers? You got to ask yourself. Because back in the days, people understood and knew that reincarnation was true. Okay? How could he be Jeremiah if that was generations ago? How can he be Elias if that was generations ago? All right? Because reincarnation is true. All right? That's the whole reason why you had Pharisees. All right? Because Pharisees believed in angels and in the regeneration, which is reincarnation. All right? And actually, Paul, he was a Pharisee, and the Lord called him to be his servant and push forth his word. He accepted him, so that was a doctrine that was true. Okay? So that was the difference between the Pharisees and the Sadducees. The Pharisees believed in the regeneration and in angels, and the Sadducees didn't. All right? But there were righteous Pharisees like Paul, which, with deduction and common sense, that will let you know that angels and reincarnation is true. All right? And then here you go again, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, asking his disciples, who do they think that he was? He is, who is or was in the past. However you want to put it. All right. Again, let's keep going. Luke 9. This is the same thing, pretty much, saying this is just the account in Luke. Must have added this before, but nevertheless, it's the same point. I'm gonna go to Matthew chapter 11, verse 7. It says, "And they departed. Yahushua began to say unto the multitudes concerning John, What went ye out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken with the wind? But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in king's houses." All right, so this is all concerning John. All right, verse 9, it says, "But what went ye out for to see? A prophet? Yea, I say unto you, and more than a prophet. For this is he of whom it is written Behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee." Verse 11, it says, "Verily I say unto you, among that are born of women, there hath not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he." All right, so this is all talking about John the Baptist. Verse 12, and this is the point. All right. Oh, no, my bad. The point is in 14. It says, I'm going to read 12. It says, "And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violence take it by force. For all the prophets and the laws prophesied until John. And if you will receive it, this is Elias, which was for to come," man. All right, so there you go. John the Baptist was Elias, man. All right. There you go, another reincarnation, man. So I'm going to end it off with this last scripture here. This is 2 Corinthians, 5 and 9. And this is just to wrap everything together, man. All right. This is, "Wherefore we labor that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him," man. So that's why we do this work, man. Because we know that we want to be accepted of the Most High, man. This is why we do right. This is why we don't live our lives in wickedness, man. All right. And first and foremost, we give all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for putting us the spirit to do what's right, man. To putting us that righteous fear of him in our hearts, that we may have faith in him and do what's right, first and foremost. All right. Verse 10, it says, "For we must all appear." It says, "For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach, that every one may receive the things done in his body." All right. So how would all people appear before the judgment seat if the people that had died are no more anymore? Okay. No, their spirit still lives, man. And they have to answer for the things that were done in their body. It says, I'm going to finish it off. It says, "According to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad," man. So no, you don't just live once. You're going to give account for everything that you've done in your body. All right. This is straight out the Bible, man. There's no other way around it. There's no other explanation. It is what it is, man. All right. So anyways, with that, I hope the elect out there was edified. I'm going to end this lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And shalom to the elect, hopeful elect, man, pushing out this word out there. We're almost out of here. We just got to keep pushing, man. All right. I'm going to say shalom. And Ababa Ball, man, which means destruction to Babal. To the next one.